I think I'm live. Hey everybody, we're live. Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo, and today is, I have to check, the 15th of July. It's a Wednesday. This morning on Instagram, I put up one of my motivational posts that I do every day. I try to put one up every morning for you guys. And actually, I checked the hashtags and I had hashtag Tuesday vibes and happy Tuesday because apparently I still don't know what day it is. I didn't know before the shutdown and I won't know long after the shutdown. That's what happens when you work from home. I kind of keep track of what's going on my to-do list and what I need to do in my bullet journals. But I guess I lose track of the day. So it is Wednesday. If you did notice my slip up on Instagram. Oops. And it is the 15th. So we are exactly halfway through July. Means we have like 2.5 months until Q4. And I always tell people about 2 months out from Q4 is when you need to start prepping for Q4. So I wanted to just kind of mention that today. We got half of July left. And then at the end of July, in August, I will start doing videos and some stuff for you guys on how to prep for Q4. I don't know what this Q4 is going to bring because it's going to be different from any other Q4 I've ever seen. Summer slowdown has been different than any other year. 2020 is its own beast, its own monster. Just don't know. But I'm going to go with the let's start prepping 2 months ahead of time, just like always. Tammy says hello from Georgia, where we are truly melting. Yeah, it's not as bad here as it was when you all saw me live last week with my haul video. It's still hot here, but it's not unbearably hot to the point where our air conditioning unit is struggling to keep up because it's so hot that I had a brain fart there. It's so hot that I can't think straight. I was trying to think of a word. Traditionally, not traditionally, seasonally, whatever. Our houses and ACs aren't meant for super duper hot, like some of the southern states and southwestern. So when it gets that hot, it struggles to keep up. It struggles to keep the house cool. We are at least back to the point where if you go outside, it's hot, but inside it's nice and comfortable. Hi, Kim. Welcome in. Rhonda and Amelia are here. Welcome in. Lane says, hello, I just bought in. I'm assuming you mean bought 2 of the 10-pound Goodwill Blue Ben plush boxes. Simple to Faith, I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome in. Good to see you. Roxy working here in hot California. It's hot here in Georgia. Yeah, that's where Tammy is too. So our sales are down, but they're not what they're usually like. I don't know how to explain it, but they're definitely down from where they were in March, April. But I'm not really seeing as much of a hit, knock on wood, as I usually see in the summer months. But it could be, you guys, that Keith's here now full-time as well. With 2 people here doing this full-time, 2 people are listing full-time. Our store has more listings. Our store has more activity. So it could just be that this summer is slow for us, but we're not noticing it because it's our first year with 2 folks. We just started trying to list 50 items a day. That is a really good goal. Excuse my voice. My allergies are out of control today. 50 a day is a really good goal. And in fact, we used to do 50 a day, but now between Poshmark, Macari, like we're on tons of platforms with List Perfectly and then eBay and then YouTube and then the wholesale business we're in with Casey. And we got some other stuff on the back burners. We just don't have time. I try to do 10 new ones a day on eBay and Keith tries to do 20. And that's pretty much where we're at if we want to keep juggling all the balls we have in the air. Otherwise, something's going to have to go. And we've already had to stop sharing Poshmark 3 times a day. We're down to twice a day. And we take turns to help each other. But David's here. David, Rito's in the chat. Going outsourcing. Have fun. find some good stuff. Those 2 boxes were great. I might order some because Robert seemed to do really well with his and have a lot of fun with them. And it would be fun to open, right? All right, guys, we got 14 people in here now. So if you join in later, I'll try to say hello to you as you come in. Of course, you can throw out questions as we go, and I'll get to them as I see them pop up. I've been told I'm pretty good at keeping up with the chat. I just tend to brain fart sometimes, but I do try to keep up. We're going to go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes of the program. We went to One Goodwill last Sunday, and we got 27 items, and we spent $20. So, man, I really sound like a freaking toad today. I'm so sorry. It's my allergies. 27 items, $20, 74 cents a piece on average. Again, we were being very cherry picky, but we are now, I can't say we're completely out of, but by the end of this week, we will officially be out of all inventory here again. We just can't seem to build up a death pile again. We spent all that time getting rid of one, and then we had the shutdown, and we struggled for inventory, and we keep saying that we need to have a death pile because you never know what's going to happen. So I have what I'm about to show you, and I have a small box of women's jackets and coats that I've kind of been putting off. They came out of the wholesale, and I dug everything else out and left all the coats and jackets for the end because I hate coats and jackets. They're my I don't want-us. And then we dropped about 100 listings out of our store. We're wholesaling some stuff off, not because it's not good stuff or because it won't sell for us. We are just trying to minimize right now in preparation for a move, probably at the end of the year. So we may be dropping more of our listings as we try to wholesale stuff off, but at the same time, we have to have this balance of activity every day, listing every day, so we need more inventory. And if there were another shutdown, we want to make sure we have a death pile. So while the last couple weeks, you guys have seen that we've been very selective and nitpicky at the Goodwill and only bringing home a couple of items, this weekend, we are going to hit up at least 3 minimum and maybe 4. There's 4 around here. But that if we do all 4, it ends up being an entire day thing. The first 3 we can kind of hit and be done. Well, I mean, it's still like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But I guess we're going to gauge how much we get at the first 3. And then we may go to a 4th. So next week, I might have to actually split my haul into 2 videos, depending on how much we bring home. So, and we might also have to start in on it before, because I never get to my haul videos until Wednesday or Thursday, sometimes even Friday, just because of I do what sold videos on Monday and I do my live show Tuesday. So if we are desperate to start getting into the stuff that we need, if we need items to list, I may not show you everything, but we'll make sure that if we have to get into it, we'll just pull out bread and butter stuff to list first so I can show you guys the good stuff. So again, everything here averaged out to 74 cents a piece. The plush was all 50 cents a piece, and all the clothing was 99 cents a piece. We didn't pay full price for anything, but it just kind of averages out to 74 cents a piece then. I need plush. Yeah, this plush right here is going to be all the plush I have right now. I have 3 that just went through the washing machine. I showed them them in the haul video last week. The cat and the polar bear, and there's like a tractor thing. So they went through the wash, and then they air dried, no dryer. And I just kind of set them back because there were only 3 of them. So they'll be photographed with this lot here, and that's all the plush I have. Simple to Faith, it has been a while. I'm having hard time. Yeah, I'm really sorry about your loss. I did figure that had something to do with your absence. Dave and Bill are Gnome and the Frog guys. They're trying to get their inventory back up in case the governor shuts us down again. Yeah, that could happen. And we're just listing I guess we're just getting through stuff too fast. I really regret the mindset I had last year of death pile's a bad thing. Let's not go sourcing. Anyway, let's jump on in. We have a dandy rabbit. I do really well with these dandy rabbits. I do really well. Dandy is a good brand, period. You should be looking for it. But these rabbits, anytime I put Easter Bunny, spring, or anything like that in the title, I can probably start him around 20 and then take a best offer, of course. I got this NFL. He's probably going to go through the wash just because I feel like he looks a little dingy. He will probably go inside of a pillowcase only because this is hard. I don't know if you can hear me tapping on it, but that's hard. And I don't want the NFL symbol to get damaged in any way, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put him through the wash. He just looks a little dingy, but he's cute for 50 cents. Then we have a Thai Beanie Boo, and she has glitter eyes. Her name is Maddie, and she's a little bit bigger. So usually the Beanie Boos I bring home are the 6 or 7 inchers. This one's a little bit bigger, and she has glitter eyes. So I'll have to comp her, but I have hopes that she will sell for a good bit. Oh, and by the way, guys, be careful when you're steaming your animals. Don't be starved. If you've ever watched my video on how we steam our animals, I told you that the steamer comes with a little booty that you're supposed to keep on it to protect yourself, and I take it off and don't use it because I do what I want. And I always tell you guys, do as I say and not as I do, because I do stupid things. I was steaming the animals, and one started to fall off the pile, and I reached for it, and I reached right into the line of the steam. So keep your booties on. Lovey. You guys know that I love Loveys. Love them. This one is an owl, and this one is a really good brand. I usually start Carter's Loveys around 20, 25, depending on the size and the animal. This one might be a little more rare because it's an owl, so we'll see. But this one's super cute. Look at all the little owls. So I was excited to find that Lovey. And again, guys, all the animals I got this week were all 50 cents each. So I'm not going to keep saying that. This little guy's a lemur. And he is Gans. So Gans is hit or miss. You get them home, they're either, low-end bread and butter, or they're a home run. I risk it for what I get them for. And then we have Woodstock. Isn't he cute? Look at his hairs. Look at his little yarn hairs. Thank you, Tammy. Yes, guys, hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel. Liz says, I bought your plush guide last weekend. It is amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. Your tough love included. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Steam your plush and not your arm. Thank you, Noah and the Frog. This is Official Peanuts 50th year celebration. It says on the tag there. So I have high hopes for Woodstock. Here's another Gans. Again, hit or miss. I'm always willing to take the risk for the price I pay. This is a little floppy elephant, and he's fuzzy. I did notice that a lot of these Gans that we bring home that have these long hairs like this, these fuzzies, I guess you would call them, they seem to do better. I don't know if it's because their fur is different, or I just end up luckily grabbing the ones that do better. Here's another one. Another Gans, fuzzy long-haired pig. Super cute face. It's got little black eyebrows. It's so cute. And then I got, I did get a Thai Beanie Baby, which Beanie Babies are poop, guys, but every poop and every Nolo absolutely has an exception to the rule. And I figured I'm going to try him. His name is Giganto, and he is a woolly mammoth, and he has this kind of a tag, which is supposed to mean a more rare Beanie Baby, that silver square. But I think just for what he is, that he's cute. And he's got neat, like black and brown fur. I figured I'd try him. Every Nolo and every poop has an exception. but so does Bolos. Within Bolos, there's often exceptions, like except for this or except for that. Look who I found. I found a new friend. Isn't he cute? He's got on slippers. They're really pilled, but that's okay. He's still really cute. He's got on his jammies and his slippers. And he is actually, I don't think he's Disney's. Yeah, he is Disney Store. I lied to y'all. Whoops. Disney Store. So he was in the basket of the 50 centers, and he was hiding under a couple other plushies. He was buried, and I found out he was buried on purpose because somebody thought I might like him. So he came home with me. I just listed a stitch in our store for a whole ton of money, but he was really big. He came from that wholesale lot. I brought this new friend home. We are debating on whether this is going to become a permanent home, his new forever home for him, or if I'm going to list him and find him a different new forever home. But he's so stinking cute. He's from the Bear Factory. I'll probably sell him because I have so many hippos, and I try to only keep the hippos that y'all send me because those mean something to me. They have sentimental value when they come from you guys. The ones I just buy, you know, they're just hippos. We got 2 more plushies to look at. I brought home another Gans. Again, it's a gamble on whether he's going to be anything. He's got something tight on his leg. I'm going to have to get that off. He is a moose or a reindeer. What do you guys think? I think he's a reindeer from the antlers, but he might be a moose. But I'm pretty sure he's a reindeer. I'm pretty sure if I was in the wild and faced with a moose and a reindeer, I could tell the difference between the animals, but I don't know with the plush. Hey, Thrifty Falconer's wife, welcome in. Tasha says, I'm busy listing. I'm late. You can always go back and watch from the beginning. We're almost through with the plush. It did not say on his tag. Usually it does say on their tags. It did not say on his. So I will just take a photo of the slippers and show them. I don't spend too much time on anything, really. I'm going to have to test this out. See if it even works. It is a Pluto. It's dandy though, which is good. It's dandy. It is Pluto Christmas dog, and he's does stuff. I don't know. You could see he has no corrosion, which is cool. That I could check that out right away at the store. But I'll put batteries in him and test him and see if he works. Hopefully he does, and then that's great. And if he doesn't, I paid 50 cents for him. So I'll just list him at a very discounted price and disclose that he doesn't work. I sell broken plush all the time that don't work. Of course, you're getting like 10 or 12 bucks for him, but you're at least getting your money back. And again, Keith found just one shirt. He's being too choosy. Green was the color of the week, 99 cents. 88 is a really good bread and butter brand, you guys. This is more of a plain one of their shirts. Typically, 88 or 88 Platinum has men's button front shirts with embroidery and really nice graphics. But any of their shirts we do pretty well with. I would absolutely consider them a good bread and butter brand. So we got the one men's shirt, and then the rest is jeans. I got one pair of booty shorts. I went through the shorts and looked at everything. Nothing was on the 99-cent sale. And I don't really feel like paying $5 for these. You guys know I love my jean shorts and my booty shorts. When I can get them for 99 cents, I'll bring home stacks of hundreds of them. But when they're full price at $5, I don't think they're worth it. So I went through the whole shorts section. I didn't find any. And then this pair was in with the jeans on accident. Or somebody just ditched it and decided not to get it. 99 cents. Refuge is an okay brand for shorts. Don't grab their jeans or anything else. For that, it's poop. But these will sell for like 18 probably. So I did grab those. And then You guys, this is a brand that I absolutely typically avoid, except I got a pair of these with a thread up box that were special. They were like flare legs. They were in either this week or last week's What Sold video. And they were unique and they were cute and they sold fast for like $20 or whatever, close to that. So I decided I'm going to try it again. Let's see if I can get another pair of this brand to sell for like $20. You can see the front is super cute with 2 buttons. It's probably mid-rise. How I tell that is with my hand, but everybody's hand sizes is different, so don't take my word for that. I just know it's my hand. I can tell it's mid-rise. And then it's super flare leg at the bottom, but it has this nice strip down the leg. So we'll try it. We'll see. Can I do it twice with that brand? Probably. We'll see. These are American Eagle, which is, one of my go-to bread and butters that I love so much. These are size 6 skinny, long, dark wash. So nothing too exciting about them, but they'll go up for $21. These are White House Black Market. Again, another good bread and butter brand to be on the lookout for. These are also size 14. I love anything size 14 and up. I love anything that's 99 cents. These are our skinny. So these will start around 26. And then we have Gap, another one of my go-to bread and butter brands that I absolutely love selling. This one has the double button. It is curvy, size 14. So these will start right around 21, 22. I might put these ones up for 22 just because they have a nice flare and they're a little bit bigger of a size. Then we have Massimo. I like Massimo. Yes, it's a Target brand, but yes, it has a following. There are people who like this brand and look for it. And then when Target, say, discontinues a specific style of jeans or, shoes that someone liked, they will go online to find them again. So I do get the Massimo when I find really cute, if they're really cute shoes or really unique shoes or tops for women, I grab them. And then of course the jeans that are especially like this bigger size 18 boot cut, I will absolutely grab them. These will go up for about 18 or 19. That was really loud. Big ol' honking button. We were going to save these for last because they were exciting to find for 99 cents. These are jeans. I got them for a reason, and I don't know why. They're Wrangler. There we go. I got them because they're size 14. Oops, can you see? Size 14, petite, Wrangler for $1. Sure, I'll grab them. They'll go up for about 20. Then we have the ones I want to save for last. So I'm going through these pretty fast today, guys. I got about 5 more pairs to show you. So if you have any questions at all, go ahead and throw them in the chat now so I can get to them before I finish the jeans or after I finish the jeans before I go to make sure I get everybody's questions. It doesn't have to be about this haul in particular or anything you saw here. It can be about anything at all. I'll try to answer everything. These are bootcut 12 regular Gap again. I find so much Gap, Old Navy, and American Eagle here. It's ridiculous. And I'm glad I find it for $1 because those are my 3 go-to brands that I sell regularly for 21, 22 bucks, sometimes even more if they're plus sizes or they're men's. These are only size 12, but they are button fly, so these I will probably list for 23 or 24. See, I can't answer that one, but I can, but I can't. I actually, for almost 2 or 3 years now, have avoided Levi's at all costs because when I first started, Levi's was a brand that I just didn't do well with. I just never did well with it. Megan says she does really well with it. She swears by it. And Bill and Dave, Gnome Frog, they sell a lot of Levi's and they swear by that brand and say they do really well, like as a bread and butter, not like a bolo or anything. And then I got a couple pairs of Levi's in a ThredUp box that I went ahead and listed, and they did sell. So I picked some up last week. You guys saw in the haul video, I picked up 2 or 3 pairs to try. I'm kind of like getting back into it because other people swear by Levi's, but I never really had any luck with them. I would say Levi Strauss and Levi's probably do the same for me, but I don't have luck with them. Megan does. I know the Levi Signature are like made for Walmart, I believe. The ones that say Signature, they're made for, I'm pretty sure it was Walmart that I heard. But I would just try them out. If you can find them at low enough cost of goods, like $2 or less, just experiment with them. Because I don't do well with them doesn't mean you won't, because Megan really does. And then there's folks that say they can't pay people to take Old Navy, American Eagle, or Gap off their hands. But those are 3 brands that I do really, really solid with. Like I've built the bread and butter basis of my jeans on those 3 brands. So I always tell people if I don't do well with it, but I can't necessarily tell you it's poop. I don't think Levi's is a no-low for sure. I just never did well with it, but I know others who do. I only say like something is poop or no-low if I like absolutely know it's like a bottom rung crap brand that nobody wants and nobody does well with. So the Levi's Signature is Walmart, but here's the weird thing. I've sold Levi's Signature for $20. So is it one of those things where somebody figures out the exact style and size that they wear in them, and then if they can't find them at Walmart, they go online to look for them? I don't know. So for American Eagle jeans for women's, bottom line, I get about 19 to 21. If they are plus sized or have anything special about them, I'll get about 20 to 23. And then for men's, I get about 26 to 28. And then even more if it's men's really big size or has button fly or anything special about it. Here's American Eagle, speaking of. These are the skinnies, and these are size 2. This pair feels like it's going to be first class, too, which I always enjoy. I always like when something can go first class. Then me and this brand have history. So I picked this brand up once upon a time for 99 cents. I brought it home. I didn't know what I had. And I listed the used pair for $40, and they sold. And then Megan flipped out and said, "How did you do that? Those used shouldn't sell for $40." And I'm like, I don't know. So I found another pair new with tags, and I sold those for like $60 or $70. I really don't pick them up for full price, though. I get them for 99 cents. I don't know if it was just a fluke. It was a couple years ago. But I still pick it up, even if I have to start it at like 25 or 30, because there are women folks who look for democracy jeans. The reason being, they have this ab technology. So when I tell you guys to look for any of those jeans that have any of the slimming, lifting, tucking, shaping, any of that, this falls under that. It has a wide stretchy spandex band in the waist, and it flattens the stomach. And it's kind of like the Not Your Daughter's Jeans tummy tuck or lift tuck technology. So if you see this and it's like a couple bucks or less, go ahead and grab it. It's worth it. It has a following. It just kind of falls under any of those jeans that have that lift, sculpt, tuck, shape, flatten, any of that. Look for any of that. So I'm on average for my low end bread and butter jeans, I average $10 profit per pair. And then it goes up from there into the higher end bread and butters and bolos. But to figure out like an overall average, I'd have to figure out how many of what are selling. But like low end is 10 and 15 and 20 and upwards from there for like silver and Miss Me. So my Miss Me jeans that I sell, I've always sat on them. They've always been very long tail. I've never had them go very quickly. I also start them at $51, and I am willing to sit on them until I get a best offer of at least 40 or 45, depending on how long they've been sitting. If I've had them for quite some time, sometimes I'll go down to 35, depending. But I haven't noticed like that they're moving any slower than normal. For me, Miss Me has always been very long tail. I think it's because some people are racing to the bottom on them and listing them at way less than they're worth. So of course the buyers are going to buy up all of those first before they buy mine, and I'm not willing to participate in that race to the bottom. So I will continue to list mine at 51 and sit. So yeah, 40 to 50 on for democracy. A lot of people think that they're not worth, I mean, if you comp democracies, they look like they go for 25 to 30, but again, that could be another thing. Like if you comp silver and Miss Me right now or True Religion, there's a ton of turds out there. And yes, I've said this before and I will say it again, hashtag tough love, don't care, not sorry. If you are participating in that race to the bottom, you are a turd, you are part of the problem, and you are probably not serious about being a reseller, and you probably don't want to make enough profits to make this your full-time job and have capital to keep building better inventory. Because if you participate in that race to the bottom, you are trashing the market. You are ruining entire brands for people. You are creating a sense that things aren't worth what they're worth. And you are making it harder for those of us who know what we have to sell what we have for what it's worth. So again, if you participate in the race to the bottom, I'm not sorry at all. I will call you a turd. You can come meet me in face to face. I'll call you a turd. I don't care. You're a turd. Turds, race to the bottom. That's not to say if you want, the fast nickel and race to the bottom are very similar topics. The fast nickel is what leads to that race to the bottom. If I had my jeans up, say for 50, Miss Me jeans, and Bill and Dave want to fast sell, so they come in at 48, 49. They undercut me by $1 or $2. That's cool. You want your fast nickel? Sell it for $1 or $2 less than me. The problem therein lies when then Tammy comes behind David and Bill and puts hers at 46. And then Jamie comes in and puts his at 44. And then let's say Casey comes in and puts his at 42. And then all of a sudden, some new person who's never resold before, hobby seller, brand new, doesn't know what Miss Me's are worth, they see those ones for 42, think that's what they're worth, so they'll go for 40, and then you have this whole race to the bottom. It's really a problem. Which is why when I say if you need your fast nickel, try to stay as close to the person who is the lowest price as you can, like $1 less, maybe 50 cents less, just to see if yours will sell first. But when you start just undercutting each other, and I've even seen it happen, here's a nerd thing, I've even seen it happen in World of Warcraft. For those of you that play World of Warcraft, they have these auction houses where you can sell things. And I have seen very rare items in that video game that it's a mass multiplayer online role-playing game. For those of you that aren't nerds, that don't know, people from all over the world log in and play this game together. And they have these auction houses, and you would put your very rare thing on there that was worth, say, 50,000 gold, and come back 2 days later, and it's now worth 1 silver, which is like going from $1 million to $10. You know what I mean? It happens. It's the mentality. It's the mindset of people. It's unfortunate, but it's not just limited to eBay. It's not just limited to Poshmark. It's not just limited to online selling. I've seen it happen in video games. Everybody wants to undercut the guy above him to make their sell first, and then you have this just race to where things are trashed. And if you want examples, Lucky brand is a very good example. When I started reselling, I used to sell Luckies. I used to list them at $40 and $45 and sell them for that all day long. Now I'm lucky, pardon the pun, I can list them at $25, $26, and maybe get a best offer of $20. So that's one example. Robert Graham shirts I've seen go from 250 used down to what are they like worth 80 or 90 now. Some of the more plain ones you're lucky if you can get 50 or 60. Used to be you could list a Robert Graham plain 180, 200. Bugatti Omo is worth a poop now. Ralph Lauren is oversaturated and worth absolute crap, and that used to be a good brand. Even like the Donald Trump and Brooks Brothers ties, Jay Garcia ties. I've seen all of that take a tumble. So when I get up on my soapbox, it's because I've seen it happen enough. I've experienced it. I've seen it happen. And it's frustrating because you learn what's worth money and you learn what your stuff is worth. And then these people come in and just destroy an entire market because they can't wait to sell their stuff. It's frustrating, and those are turds. And again, I'm not sorry. If you participated in ruining any certain brand or any certain market online and you continue to do so, and you refuse to be educated and you refuse to learn and you refuse to change your ways, you are still a turd. And guess what? In a couple of years, you're going to be back working for the man, clocking in on the time clock while the rest of us continue to be our own bosses, because that is not the way to run a business. You absolutely should be making as much money as you can. It is not about greed. You got fees to pay. You got supplies like poly bags, polymailers, bubble wrap, tissue paper. You got shipping. You've got tons of overhead. You've got cost of goods. You've got the gas in your car. You've got your time, which is very valuable. I would say most of our time is worth $30 an hour or more. You do the photography, you do the cleaning, you do the washing, you do the spot check, you do the steaming, just everything that goes into this business as far as our time and our efforts and everything that we pay for behind the scenes that people don't see necessarily as a buyer. All of that plays in, and that's why you should be making as much money as you can. It's not about greed. I want $50 for my Miss Me jeans because I know they're worth $50, but I also know not only is that brand worth that, but I want to take my $40, $30 profits from those jeans and go buy 30 more pairs of jeans or whatever. You have to cover all your costs and you have to make your time valuable. Your time has to be worth it, but you also have to be pulling in enough profits that you have enough capital to reinvest. It's not just about profits in your pocket. It's not just about greed and gimme, make me money. It's about, oh, these are my profits. And on top of my profits, look at all this money I have to go out and pay for all my supplies and all my bills and all these back-end things people don't think about that we incur costs on. And then I still have this big chunk here to reinvest and buy more capital. That is how you run a business. So there we go. Star got on her soapbox today. I'm going to step back down with a smile. Tough love. And, you know, I do tell people, if what I say offends you, then you're probably part of the problem. My dad used to tell me, if you say something that's not meant against a specific person and that person takes offense and gets defensive, they've done something wrong, not you. So how do I identify if Wranglers are vintage or new? That's a very good question, Ryan. And, it's okay. I know what you meant, Ryan. I honestly don't know that because I don't really deal in Wranglers that much. I think, in fact, in all my time reselling, I've only ever found 4 pair in the wild, and 2 were those fire-resistant work jeans for men, and 2 were women's, and one of the women's is the one I just showed you, and I think one was actually from a Thread box. I just don't find Wrangler. I don't think Wrangler is popular. I can speak English. I don't think Wrangler is a popular brand up here in Pennsylvania. It's not something that we find very often here. Megan's going to be on the channel on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Ryan, if you can tune in then or then watch the replay of that live show, I'm going to give you the actual date. Tuesday night is the 21st. So at 7 p.m. on the 21st Tuesday at Eastern time, 7, I'm going to have Megan Mawini on the channel. She's the other jean expert, the jean queen. We're going to be talking about jeans. So she may know because she lives in Texas now. And I would assume that Texas is the place where Wranglers are very popular. And she probably finds a ton of Wranglers in the wild. She's way more likely to run into Wranglers than I am because Texas, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but come on. You know, they wear Wranglers in Texas and they're not wearing them up here in PA. Vicky says, knowing your history, I'd like to ask your input on needing to get things done with reselling, but my day job has me mentally exhausted and in pain. How can I grow? You're going to have to just buckle down and find a way that works for you, Vicky. You're going to have to list 5 things a day. And if that means, let me get a drink. Sorry, my throat. If that means spending one of your days off from your day job, doing your photos, and then listing 5 things a day from there, or maybe one day off doing photos, one day off doing drafts, and making 5 of your drafts live a day. You're just going to have to find a way to do it. Can you work on your lunch break at your day job? Do you have any spare time? I don't know how you commute. If you drive, then this wouldn't work. But if you commuted on a bus or subway or someone else drove you, you could make drafts go live in the car on the way to and from work. It's just really about finding a way to make it work for you. If you really want it to work, you will find a way. You will find a way to squeeze reselling in around everything else. Ryan says, I found a dozen Wranglers at my thrift store. Yeah. Megan's amazing. Megan's been my very good friend since the beginning. She's one of my very first reseller friends. But yeah, she's pretty amazing. I can't wait to have her on. You can do a Google search. You can ask around in my group too. I guess I should have mentioned that too. If you're in the Flippin' Hippos reseller group, there's a lot of folks in there who know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. A lot of people who are very knowledgeable in things I'm not. So feel free to always, guys, about anything. Feel free to go in there and put pictures up and ask questions. We have vintage sellers in there and stuff that I'm just not. I don't do glass. We have a couple of book experts in there too. So bottoms are my favorite. Jeans are the best, other than Plush. Megan's eBay store is Shop the Sandcastle. Shop_the_Sandcastle. And she's at Megan Mawhinney on Instagram and YouTube. I've been stalking her store from the beginning. I often tell folks, if I have a new to me brand that I need to comp, I don't comp on eBay. I kind of check Megan's store first. And when I have a new to me plush, I always check Robert's store before I comp on eBay. I got 2 pairs left, guys. I went off on my tangent. I went off on my soapbox, but that's okay. So these were, I believe, a Kmart brand once upon a time. Kmart's are now closed. And this is a plus size brand. So I do pick this up when I find it in the wild. I would not pay full price. I would only pay up to maybe $2 for these. I get them for 99 cents, of course, because they got the green. Or they were the color of the week, 99 cents, but I wouldn't pay more than $2 at most. The thing with these is just like with the Mossimo, the American Eagle, the Gap, the Old Navy. Folks who wear these know exactly what size they wear, what style they wear, and they will continually buy them over and over and replace them as they need to. But since Kmart's closed, the only place to find these is online. And plus sizes always do well. It's JMS. It's called JMS, Just My Size. I used to get a lot of tops in this brand at our local thrift store down the road before it closed in 2018. Gosh, it's been forever. But they used to have a whole rack of plus size women's tops right up front that would be 99 cents on Saturdays. And I would go through and I would get all the Torrid, the Lane Bryant, the Just My Sizes. And I did really well with them. These are 16 women, 16 W. I'll start these around $20. I listen while watching Netflix with my kids. My daughter does the photos and airdrops them to me. That's awesome. We do involve the family, Liz. That's really cool. That is awesome. Megan's store is Shop the Sandcastle. _the_, you know what I'm trying to say. Underscores between the words. And when I have her on the show this coming Tuesday, I'll have all of her information in the box down below for you guys. I'll put her Instagram, her YouTube, her store. I know people really love Megan. So I always try to put all her info down there so people can find her. Do you see what that is? Do Do you see what color this is? Do you see how excited I am? It looks like fake excitement. But no, I'm really excited. These were 99 cents. Now, these are not the bolo they used to be either. Speaking of examples of brands that have been ruined and trashed. These These used 7 for All Mankind used to go for 50, 60, 70, 75 bucks, and not just the dojos. There is a line of these. The dojos, they'll say dojo in the waistband, and they'll have a 7 on the pocket. Those still go for big money. But the regular, just run-of-the-mill 7 for All Mankind now, I start at $35. It makes me so sad because I used to start them for more than even silver and Miss Me and True Religion. But they still are a bolo. They're still very, very, they're either like a high-end bread and butter or a very low-end bolo, depending on how your brain thinks. To me, they're 36 bucks is what I'll start them at. So to me, that's a bolo because I get them for 99 cents. 99 cents into 36 bucks is definitely a bolo. But if you're paying $3 and $4 for them, then you probably consider them more of a bread and butter because your profits are a little bit less, your profit margin. So there you go. It's Shop the Sandcastle. Yeah, you guys are absolutely allowed to share Megan's store and Robert's store anytime you guys want. I think this is it. I'm looking around like I felt like there was something else, but I showed you guys all the plush and the jeans. I did show you the one. He's so cute. The last 2 Sundays, he's come away with 1 shirt. And I'm like, jeans and plush. But we will be going out all day Sunday to at least 3 Goodwills, if not 4. And we do have another wholesale lot in the works coming in. Should be early next week, but I think that one we're actually going to sell off. And reseller boxes of 100 pieces and 50 pieces just because it's so much. It's a pallet, which is going to be 3,000 pieces. There's a couple pallets going to Casey and a pallet coming here. So we're probably going to sell that off in reseller boxes just because it's going to be so much inventory. I know. I just said, I don't have a death pile. I want a death pile. I'm trying to get ready to move by the end of the year, but I want a death pile. But I want to pull my listings down and sell them off wholesale to minimize what I have to move, but I want more inventory so I can list more. It is a huge conundrum, but whatever. I'll have tons of stuff to show you next week, hopefully. Hopefully it won't be one of those weeks where I go to 4 stores and come out with 5 things, but hopefully we'll be able to bulk up just from Goodwill and have ourselves a nice little death pile here and be able to sell the pallet off to you guys in boxes for you guys to build up your death piles as well. And speaking of wholesale, we just took 100 of our ties and put them on our Shopify. If you are interested in selling ties, if you're not, you guys can look at all the really nice stuff we have. We have a ton of wholesale. I'm putting the link in for you there. It's right there in the comments. There's a bunch of really good stuff in there that we've added this week as far as buying wholesale and getting a mass amount of inventory in one giant swoop to your house delivered right to you. The ties are good. There's nothing wrong with them except that I didn't want to have to worry about moving 100 ties. So I just pulled those all down. We'll be kind of doing that the rest of this year. My hope is to only move with plush and jeans and remotes. So we'll see. Make sure I got all the questions. It looks like I did. So, everybody, thank you again for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the bell so that you know when we put up new content. Thank you so much, Jamie. You're awesome. And subscribe. That helps us feed all these hungry hippos we have here. And make sure you're in the Facebook group, Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link to join down below. And as always, guys, go spend the rest of your day being productive. Go make that money. Money. And thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Bye.